Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You are tuned in to the Vitamin D with Dawn Dai podcast, and I am your host, Dawn Dai, here to get you excited about your life so that you can live life on purpose and for a purpose. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Vitamin D, it's a pun of my name. My name is Dawn, and you get vitamin D from the sun, so I'm here to shed light into your life. And I do this with inspirational insights and conversations with celebrities and everyday people like you and me. Because if you want to be better and you want to do better, then you're going to have to be able to see better. So join me on this journey of living our best lives and understanding and realizing how you are your greatest asset.
Are you single? Are you dating? Are you in a relationship? What's your status? They say dating is that stage of where you're collecting data about who you're talking to, you know? It's an interesting stage, right? Meeting someone, sitting up there, trying to figure out their likes, dislikes, assessing whether or not you can see yourself in a relationship with them, or you just want to see yourself in the sheets with them, or perhaps seeing if they're just going to be a friend. But after the dating, usually it's like the relationship part. And depending on where you're located across the world, dating perhaps could be a little bit interesting. Like if you're a woman seeking a man, are you okay with asking somebody out? And men that are seeking women, are you okay with a female asking you out? And what does it go for same-sex couples? Like, how are you meeting each other? How are you interacting? Are you using dating sites? Are you opposed to dating sites? What's up? It's a conversation that goes on and on because I feel like dating doesn't always or only contribute to romantic relationships, but just any type of relationship. And it's a space where you have to take time. And I think it also, I feel like vulnerability is so key when establishing a relationship. You gotta be open and dealing with past traumas, because nothing's worse than past traumas coming up in a relationship. You can't even see what's in front of you. And then thinking about relationships overall, are you ready to be in a relationship? What has dating been like for you? Has your experience been well? And if you are single and currently dating, how long have you been single for? And if you're dating, pursuing a relationship, what's your longest relationship? And how long should you be dating before you get into a relationship? Dating has been an interesting process for me, and I can say myself, I probably haven't been the best at dating because I'm working on my level of vulnerability. And I think it's a requirement of any type of relationship. Opening up and sharing who you are. Because if you can't share a piece of yourself, then what are you doing trying to connect with someone else?
Get your vitamin D right here with me and get excited about your life.
All right. Okay. So I'm excited about this episode. I have this beautiful young lady in the studio with me. Her name is Krystal Franklin. Jeremiah, can I get some applause? Welcome to Vitamin D with Dawn Dai.
Come on, give me some vitamin D, Dawn Dai.
Hey, I'm shedding light all the time.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you for making time.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
No, I like you. And when I like somebody, I like you. So, I mean, I like you online. This is our first time meeting. You know, because we got to be real. Like, I like you online, and I would want to, I would always hope that people that I meet online are just like they are in real life, and that is not always the truth. So, you know, but I felt good. I feel good about this. I feel good about you. So, of course, whatever you need.
I think the first time I saw you, I met Danielle Young.
Yes, of course.
Invited me out to the Black Excellence Brunch. And I saw you. I didn't know you, but I saw you. You know, you just see somebody. I was like, oh, hey. And then I would say it went viral for a minute. It was a photo of you with Taj and Danielle. And I don't know the other young lady.
Mara.
Hey, Mara, girl.
Hey, girl.
And you know, Taj and I worked back into New York together at Music Choice.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Shut the front
Me
door.
and Danny, the other Danielle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Wow.
And then I ran into you at Frenchie's workout, and that's when it was like, okay, hey.
I wasn't doing can I curse? When I wasn't doing a damn thing, but trying to be cute because it was a boy.
She came in there. I said, who is this girl? First of all, the class had to start about 45 minutes.
Yeah, I was
before she arrived.
Yeah,
but she came in with her goddess locks, honey, with the glasses on and everything.
To do nothing but look cute for a boy that was there. That's literally.
And I'm glad we're going to talk about this whole with the boy and a lot of good stuff.
Yes.
But okay, we're talking, but
yes.
I need you to tell people who you are.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a loaded question. I'm Krystal Franklin. I'm from Dallas, Texas. Go Cowboys.
Yeah, baby.
Cowboys Nation. Proud graduate of Grambling State University in Grambling, Louisiana. I professionally am the senior producer of digital at Warner Brothers for The Real. Personally, I'm a child of God, Janice and Charles' daughter.
Hey!
I'm a Cancer. I love hot Cheetos and Dr. Pepper. Love reefer. A lot of tequila. Dawn. I don't know how to really answer that. I think I'm a lot of color.
Yes, you are.
I'm very colorful.
And I can feel it. And I think that's what attracted me to hit you up online. Because I was like, who is this girl? I was telling Jeremiah, I said, there is so much life in her.
Oh, thank you.
And I was like, I didn't even know what the real story was, but I came across with a boys series. And I was like, she's so open. She's so candid.
Yeah.
All right. So, what really got me tingling up in here? Because, this episode, as of right now, Valentine's Day. You're with a boy series.
With a boy. Hashtag with a boy. It's so fun.
How would you is this like your dating series?
Let me tell you something, child.
Because
I don't even know.
She giving all the juice away.
It started out real fun and simple. Again, people have to remember, I am a producer by nature. I tell stories for a living. I've been doing that my entire life. Literally, I've been writing books and things since I was small. So I naturally like to tell stories. So I remember it was November 2020.
Girl, you in these days. It was November 2020.
It was November 2020.
It was a stormy night.
Yes, honey.
The sun.
I had reconnected with an old friend. We met when he was in DC for press. I worked at TV1, so of course they would come by the studio, and we did interviews, whatever. So we reconnected when I moved here because he lived here, and I just got my apartment in September 2020. So November, I was still trying to get it together and make it be cute or whatever. But it was a pandemic. And so you can't go nowhere, can't do nothing. This is still early pandemic. Now pandemic look a little different. But this is early pandemic. And so he was like, you live here now. Let's hang out. And I'm like, well, where are we going to hang out at, sir? Everything is closed. And so he was like, well, my place or your place, it doesn't matter. And so I was like, okay, cool. So I challenged myself to find really, really fun, cool things to do in the house. So we started hanging out. Maybe, I think it was like once a week, every Thursday. Then it became twice a week. So we were coloring. I ordered games from Amazon. So we was playing Jenga, checkers, giant Uno, baking cookies. And so the second or third time we hung out, we were making popcorn on the stove. First of all, making popcorn on the stove is so sexy.
Right, that's on the stove.
On the stove, it's different. It's a different situation. Then you just put it in
Why
microwave.
are you having me chuckling over some damn popcorn on the stove?
I'm telling you.
I'm not even watching the story right now, and I feel like I'm there.
It's sexy. It's different. You put that little bag in there and push that button on that microwave. That ain't nothing. Girl, you be over.
Put that sim on that stove.
Put that butter in that oil in there, and you swirl it around. Put them little popcorn seeds in that thing. Swirl around. Don't get popped.
Yeah.
You better set it up.
Catch it.
Love that. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
All right, that's my baby.
Yes. And so I literally was on the stove. We're making the popcorn. And I was like, this should be something. I was like, I have to chronicle this. And he was like, chronicle it. I was like, I want to, and again, I don't be walking around putting the phone in people's faces. It's one, I knew him. We were old friends. And I was like, I want to capture this. And he was like, okay, cool. And I was like, I don't know what I want to call it, but it has to be something. And literally 5 minutes later, I was like, with a boy. I was like, you're with a boy. And he was like, I like that. And so from then on, that was November 2020. Anytime that I was hanging out with a guy on a consistent basis, I would just kind of do some little cute stuff on my phone, capture a little moment, put the phone down. And it became a thing. I posted about it one time on Instagram. And the next thing I know, people were like, we need more with the boy. And I was like, oh no, this is y'all for real? Like I was just jokingly saying it on Instagram. And so now 2 years later, almost 2 years later, it has become, like you said, I've just kind of captured my dating life online. And it's all hashtagged under with a boy. And it's fun, it's cute, it's easy. It ain't nothing serious. And when it is serious, that's cool too. But the whole idea was just to be honest. I had never dated in my life, Dawn, ever.
I was going to ask you that, because people talk about...
I was a relationship girl.
Really?
Back to back. Didn't matter if I was over you.
How did you get to the relate?
No, back to back. I was like, oh, we done? I'm done with you? Cool, let me go find another nigga lay under. And just move on emotionally like that. Not healthy at all.
How do you charge your feelings like that? How did you compartmentalize?
I wasn't dealing with my hurt. I didn't give myself permission to feel anything. Anything. It was just like, okay, you're done. I'm over you.
So does that hurt? Because
hell yeah.
Because I feel like because I think dating, requires you to be a level of vulnerability, which is something like in my career, completely vulnerable. I will risk everything. Yeah. Dating emotions. Ooh.
Yeah.
That part. And
I'm
so to hear you say
how areas. I'm vulnerable in all areas of my life. I am. When I love, you say you love hard, I do. When it gets friendships.
But how can you say, if you say, okay, now I'm not saying that you're the same Krystal that was able to jump from the next, but will you say you've always loved hard and appreciated?
Always. So territorial, always.
Okay, so.
But when I was done, and you hurt me.
How can you cut your love off? How was that possible?
It was easy. I don't know, child. It probably wasn't even love. Like, I was in my 20s, and those experiences weren't really love. It was just infatuation. It was lust. And so I had to quickly learn the difference between that. So when you learn the difference between that, it's like, okay, even if I'm not over you, bye. And for me, how men say, like, ain't no new coochie like new coochie. I don't know if I can say the P word. But it's like, that's how I was. I was like, all right, bye. And it was horrible, and it was unhealthy, and it was not the best route to go at all. I don't recommend it. But that's what happens when you have daddy issues, honey. Take a little longer. Take a little longer to get through some things and learn some things.
So you started dating LA. When I first moved out to LA, I came out here in September 2013.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. So, and everybody kept saying like, oh, dating is going to be awful. Dating is awful.
That's all I heard.
There's no dating in LA.
I still
didn't experience that.
I didn't experience that because I never bought into it. Never bought into it.
Where you be meeting your booze at?
So literally, I go outside. People ask, I'm like, y'all don't go outside? Like I do. And I understand people are moving however they feel comfortable.
Dating is too, but go ahead.
Yes. People are. I want people to be safe, and you move how you want to move. Some people don't feel comfortable being in spaces with a lot of people. I'm not that person, girl. I'm vaccinated and boosted, and before all that, I got the blood of the Lord Jesus Christ on my side. Okay. So it's like, look, if he gonna kill me from the pandemic, if he gonna take me out, this is just how I'm supposed to die.
You covered.
I'm okay with dying like this. If he said no more, and we gotta let you go because of the COVID, then hey, I did what I did while I was here. I had a good fucking time. You know what I mean? So I go outside. And I'm also open. I think so many women are closed-minded.
I
send men a drink.
So there are no traditional gender roles. Like if you see a snack, you coming up to get a taste. Like, hey, what's up?
Literally.
Hello.
I walk up, and of course, from a couple feet away. First, I'm looking, do you have a ring on? Bam. Okay, no ring. Cool. That looks good. Okay, face, mouth, eyes, lips, teeth. Okay,
what's the first thing you notice?
Probably it depends on if he's from the back. I notice arms. That if he has a nice muscular back. I like legs. I love legs. But if I'm noticing him from the front, it's always the face. Always.
Teeth,
always. Eyes. It's probably eyes and mouth.
Okay.
Because I'm looking like, ooh, because it's all going to be right here. But then I look at this finger, because child, they be walking around here married, engaged, and have 14 wives.
Whole other life, whole other name.
Right? So I look at all that. I'm like, okay, cool. And if there's a mutual attraction. And
how you know if they checking?
Because they look.
But I realized even myself, because people were like, oh, Dawn, somebody was checking for you. And women, I don't think we don't give the green signal.
No, we look mean a lot of times.
And probably we're not trying to be mean, but you gotta give a little smile to let them know.
And that's why I say, you come in, I make sure I smell extra good wherever I go. It could just be to the grocery store, to the gas station. I always spray a little something. You never know where you're going to meet somebody. And even if it's not my man, it could be a new homegirl. It could be a potential business opportunity. Oh my God, you smell amazing. What's that? Oh, really?
Okay,
my friend
are your shiz now.
Yes.
So that's another thing that's important when you're dating.
I make sure I smell good. I make sure that I look my best. Push it up, hold it down, poke it out, whatever I got. I want to look nice.
Every time, no matter if you're going to the store.
Well, now, the store, I'd probably be looking like a little hood rat. Not a hood rat, a little boy, because I had to throw a cap on and a hoodie. But when you naturally cute.
When you're cute.
You know what I mean? So but I really always make sure that whenever I leave my house, I look good, I smell good, and I got something to say. And I always got something to say, child, just because I like to talk. But so if he's sitting at the bar and he's, he looks over, we catch each other's eyes, and if hey, how you doing, Di? Not that big goofy smile I just gave you, but I give a little eye, Do a little, work your eyes down his body. You have to give, because they do that to us.
Right.
But so why not, let him know that you're interested as well. And if he's not moving, then I just kind of...
Keep it moving.
No, I...
Oh, you coming?
Oh, I send a drink. So whatever he's drinking, and I just say, hey, can you send him another one for me? Go ahead and I'll take care of that.
So you don't think he should be coming to you? It's okay?
I don't think men should do anything. Of course, there are some things that you should do now. Hold on now. But I just mean when it comes to traditional, I don't believe in any of that. I don't believe in any of those rules that society has made us believe that our mom was... So you propose
to a man?
Absolutely the fuck not. Now, hold on. As progressive as I am, I don't believe in that.
I mean, if you see something that you like, you gonna put a ring on it, no?
No, I'm gonna say, sir, I see something I like. Put a ring on me.
Okay, I just
put a ring on me. No, so I send a drink, and I've done that before, and it's so liberating, and it's so freeing. It's sexy. It's like...
So you're okay with rejection? Do you get rejected? I know that's a ridiculous question, but do you? Damn,
I've never been rejected.
Salt and pepper ketchup, pick it up.
I'm sorry. I've never been. I don't really know what no. And then there are times that I send drinks and it's not romantic. It's just like, oh, that's a fly ass black man over there. I send a drink and go get in my car and drive home.
Pimpin'.
Yeah, it's just, I just like to, I honestly believe that men, especially black men, don't get celebrated nearly enough. We talk shit. It's easy to talk shit. Or it's easy to, celebrate them when they got a new job, a new house, a new car, a promotion. What about just because it's Tuesday?
Just because.
Just because it's Tuesday. Here, black man, you fine.
I see you, black man.
And just send him a drink or just walk past them. Like, that's a beautiful suit. I love her. That suit fits you. And just keep walking. Everything is not a romantic exchange. Sometimes it's just me just celebrating you. Mm-hmm. And so I believe in all of that.
So what is dating then? What is dating?
Yeah.
And how do you know if you're dating someone?
Yeah, I'm very clear. So I don't bring everybody's not with the boy. And nowadays, the men...
so much. Why am I feeling so giddy? Go ahead.
I love that. Nowadays, when I meet guys that follow me on Instagram, they're like, oh, can I be with the boy? And I be like, whoa. People are invested. And to find men that are truly I like that. I want to be a part of that. I'd be like, well, hold on. Dating looks very, for me, for Krystal, I have to preface this.
Because you said you know what it is when you're dating.
Yes, dating for me is I meet a guy and there's mutual interest, mutual attraction. We've exchanged phone numbers. We've hung out. I don't even put a number on it because I don't believe in outlet quantifying everything. We hang out at least I guess maybe I do put a number on it. But we hang out a couple of times. And we're talking every day. The intention is to hang out more and see each other and do whatever else we want to do together. Then, yeah, we're dating. It doesn't mean that you're my man. It doesn't mean that you can't date other people. It doesn't mean that I can't date other people.
What's the difference between you being my friend and us dating?
Well, with friends, there's a romantic and sexual disconnect. I'm not sexually or romantically attracted to my homeboys. That's the difference. That's the only thing that makes us romantic or not. You know what I mean? I'm not there with my male friends. With the niggas I like and the niggas I want to get booty with. That's why they're over here in this category. If you want to go over there, then we got to cut everything else off.
So we dating more than one person?
We're dating more than one person.
Yes, we having sex with each person that we're dating?
That's the whole premise of with the boy is to date.
They say dating is collecting data, right? That's what we're doing?
For sure. We're collecting data in whatever ways we want to collect data.
Hey,
so that means that if I want to hang out with 13 guys, okay, let me be realistic, because I do be being sarcastic, because people be like, so that means you're having sex with all of them? I'd be like, yep, all 45 of them. Because one, if I was, who cares? If I was, who cares? Two, I'm not. But if I was, why does it even matter? We should approach it like whatever she's doing, let's hope that they're doing it safely. And you leave it at that. Mm-hmm. Whether if it's going out for coffee, because that could be a dangerous situation. Niggas is crazy. Women are crazy. People are crazy nowadays. You know what I mean? So it doesn't always have to be a sexual situation. But for me, it's dating multiple people at one time. Meaning, and I'm very honest.
Now, do you date women as well or just men?
No. And there are so many women that are like, can we do with a girl? And I'd be like, are y'all serious? Literally.
Would you date a woman?
No, I like penis.
Okay.
I could emotionally, I could be a lesbian. For sure.
What's the difference? Oh,
Well, hold on.
what I'm just saying is, women, we're emotional. There's a lot of things, but you can purchase parts on a body.
Oh no, honey! Let me tell you something. The way that I like men.
I just wanted to be clear. You said
the way that I love men.
Me, I'm saying how I think for me, one of the most important things is to connect with somebody emotionally.
Sure.
Right. I want to be there for me.
Got to connect too.
And that's why I had to be clear, because I said, well, you can go to the store and you can get some other parts to complete.
I like the parts
the
that
natural,
are
with heated, with
that pulse, that vein that comes through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
the buckle of the knees once they get in too good.
I want to dive in.
Yeah. So I can, but yeah, I've had a lot of lesbians ask me if I can I take you on a date, and I'd be like, no.
Why did you say yes? Because you're so open.
Because I don't want it to ever. Because I don't want to disrespect that community, and I'm not gonna play with y'all. Like, if I don't want to play with nobody's feelings, and I'm not gonna be all the way in. Because as much as I am attracted to women, and I think they're beautiful, I'm also not really sexually attracted to women. Not really. I mean, it might look good, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. But I still like penis, and I still like men, and so it's like we could do all that. We can do all this all day.
Do you know what you just did?
Yeah, we scissoring. I'm scissoring if y'all can't see me. What's over here?
So you saying you can't do that with a female?
Meaning, like, sure, we can do that, but then once we done, I'm saying once we done, I'm looking around for Jamal.
No, sis.
I'm looking for Jamal.
So what do you call this? Hold on.
I'm looking for Jamal. I'm looking for Brandon, Jeremiah. What do you mean?
Hey, this is your girl, Sterling Strawberry. How you doing?
Hi, everybody. This is Jasmine Bird coming to you from the Vitamin D with Dawn Dai podcast.
You call her Dawn Dai. I call her Love and Light. Keep shining, Dawn. Keep shining.
So you said, Dawn,
yeah,
I can emotionally be a lesbian.
Yes, it sounds horrible, I'm sure.
She's doing this thing with her hands. I said, what? First I was like, is she clasping? Is she praising? I said, no, honey, you heard me say, do you know what you're doing? You said, yeah. So you're going to...
I ain't going to do that.
Emotionally be there.
But I'm saying, I understand it.
You can even get with it, but then there's something that's like, no, you just said that, Krystal.
Yeah, I know. It wouldn't satisfy me. It wouldn't sustain me.
Did you try it?
I didn't been with a girl before.
Oh, okay. So
yes.
You try it.
Yes. Okay. But it wouldn't sustain me sexually. That's all I'm saying.
So that changes the whole thing. Yeah. I thought you were saying like, oh, this could happen. Then it's like, no. And I was
no, it just doesn't. It just don't sustain me. Like emotionally, I could fall in love with a woman. I think that's very easy for me. But anything outside of the emotional stuff just wouldn't sustain me for very long. And I don't want to dabble in
like
that.
Polyamorous?
Oh no, honey, no. I still like monogamy. I still believe in monogamy. I still think it's necessary. But the caveat to that is, I do understand the desire to be with more than one person while you're in a relationship. I do understand that. I do think it's a little unnatural for us. I know it sounds it's probably a contradiction. Yes, thank you. I believe in monogamy. I think it's necessary. I love it. I'm for it. I champion it. I want it. However, there are some portions of monogamy that I do think are unnatural. I do think that it is okay to desire more than one person in your monogamous relationship. Now, how you go about that is between you and your person.
What you mean desire?
I have friends.
You're very particular with your words. I like that.
Yeah, I have friends that are in open relationships. They're in open marriages. And while that won't likely work for me, I do understand their position on it. And I even can admit that, okay, I get that now. Look here now. That's why I think it's important to do check-ins.
You like rules?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't like a lot of rules.
Okay.
There are some rules that have to be in place. You rob somebody, you go to jail. You kill.
Consequences.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are some societal rules that I do believe in. But when it comes to matters of the heart, I just think it's so tricky.
Everything, yeah.
It's tricky.
There's no I had a friend that would always say, Dawn, everything's not black and white.
It's really not.
And I was like, I never really could understand or appreciate the gray. And maybe because I didn't give space or open up for that.
Because we're scared. We're scared of judgment. We're scared of ridicule. All we know is what our mamas and our grandmamas and their grandmamas taught us. We black, we Southern.
And that's another thing. Talk about that. So, as you were so open, did your mom talk to you about sex? Because my parents didn't talk to me about sex.
Never. My mother didn't tell me about anything when it comes to me.
So my mother wouldn't even say. In fact, so my dad died when I was 3 months.
Okay.
My sister's 3 years old. I'd never seen my mom with any other man. I think that was the love of her life for whatever reason. So the whole idea of just seeing that romanticized of a man and a woman, no.
Never. My first example of that was on television.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who?
Whatever Black Love
Man?
Story. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever we had.
So you were still able to emulate. I don't know if I even paid it.
No.
I don't know if I invested in that. And I even wonder, like, talking about dating, like how that probably has affected how I maneuver and
Absolutely.
do things.
Which is why I'm so open, because I want to be the woman that I still need today.
How did you know that she existed?
I think I just grew.
You created her.
I mean, and not really create, because it's me. It's still very much so me.
Right.
But I just decided that I didn't have all these things growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't have a lot of stuff at the age that I am. So if I can't find it, it's not really easily accessible. So why not just be that? Be what I need. Be the girl and the woman that I needed growing
But see,
up.
when we talk about being the girl and the woman that I need, do you think that gets in the way of us dating? Because sometimes if
No,
we're being
not if you're
all of that,
honest.
how can we welcome somebody else? I'm just saying, as two career-oriented women, we can have a tendency to intimidate people.
1000%.
So if we're constantly building and becoming this,
but then
also powerful, I gotta know.
Yeah.
How do we make room for that?
I don't make room for people that are intimidated by me, not romantically.
Hold on, check out this clip. Just because you said that, I was checking out this interview with Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
She did it with Funkmaster Flex, and it talks about, being a woman of a certain stature and competence. Go ahead and play this, Jeremiah.
You are the center of attention when you walk into the room.
That's why I need a very secure man, and this not only for Nicki Minaj.
I'm just saying that's not the easiest thing.
For any successful, beautiful woman, if you don't have a secure man, run. You're in trouble because this man needs to be secure in the house and out the house. He needs to be he needs to know, I got a good woman by my side. I don't care how many men want her. I know she gonna hold me down. And he shouldn't have to belittle you. He shouldn't have to belittle you to make you feel lower, so that you can have a low self-esteem, so that he can feel better about himself.
1000%, Onika. I agree. I am honest when I'm dating. I do need a man that is not intimidated by me. I don't even entertain you. Like if you, I wasn't going to speak because you look like, okay, well, sir, don't speak then. Let me just keep walking. You ain't even got to say that, because that's just, I'm not attracted to that. I need a stand-up dude. I need a dude that's going to stand firm.
Would you ask dudes to be in a relationship with you? Like, can we do this?
Yeah, I mean, I probably would. I'm really big on let's talk about it. Let's talk about everything. Hey, I'm feeling you, Dawn. Hi.
Hey.
I'm feeling you. It's been a couple months. And I know we had said that we were just dating and we were possibly dating other people, but what do you think about the idea of...
You're so fucking bold, yo. You're so bold.
I would. What do you think about the idea of maybe us just seeing each other just meet?
You were always this bold?
I hadn't been, but I just learned that 30, something happened at 30.
At some point, you gotta choose.
I chose me. And it's like, if you don't fuck with it, you don't like it, that's also okay.
How we get your attention? How does a man get your attention?
Yeah.
Like, what's the best compliment you ever got? Like, what they be saying? Like,
I think the best compliment I ever got was from a guy that said, I forget that you're, and every time I say it, it sounds like game every single time, but which is okay. I think some game is necessary to get us. You need a little bit of game.
You got to.
I love clever and I love witty.
Creativity. I mean, we're creatives. Like
exactly, right? Like that's such a turn on. But this guy was like, I forget how fine you are sometimes, and I was like, forget. He was like, right? I'm like, forget. Like my little ego was bruised. Like, what you mean you forget? Like you need a reminder, daily reminder. He was like, no. He's like, you're so smart.
Oh, wow.
And he was just like, your brain covers up a lot of your sexy. And I was like, my brain? He was like, actually, he's like, I'm more attracted to your brain.
Pulsating and everything.
I was like what? Like, because I had never heard that. People will compliment the surface stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and I understand. I make it easy for people to compliment me. I do. I am not naive. I'm not naive. So I understand that if I walk in the room somewhere with something on,
you're going to catch it.
I understand you might say something. But again, that stuff is nice, but it doesn't hold any weight.
Doesn't.
It doesn't hold any weight. It's the nigga that told me that he likes my brain almost more than he likes the way that I look.
Yeah.
Now I want to give him some brain.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just...
some knowledge.
Right? Like, I genuinely love compliments that make me think and make me say, huh. My favorite, most recently, is guys have been saying, you have such a warm energy.
That's beautiful.
And that, to me, got me. Because I'm from Texas. I've always said I feel like I'm very girl next door, probably a little more provocative than girl next door. But, like, I still have those down-home Southern kind of values, even through all the progressiveness. And literally the last few weeks, I've been getting, you're so warm. You feel like home. And I was like, okay, let's move in together.
That's you all want.
Come on, let's have some babies. Like, I mean, it just was so sweet and so kind. And most niggas just talk about ass and titties. So if a nigga can say some kind stuff, it's like a kind
It's
man.
real, yeah.
A kind man is different.
But see, sometimes I feel like a kind man, it can be like a punk. They can walk over. Like,
Oh yeah, that's why I said I need you to have you gotta have some no.
Have your confidence.
Yeah.
Don't come question everything. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just do.
Yeah, and that takes a really self-aware man. I'm very self-aware, so I can call my shit out. I know what I like, what I don't like, what turn me on, what turn me off, what I hate, what I love, what I be being jealous over, what makes me envy. It's like I know myself so well. I need a man in that same vein. Like, hey, I don't like what you have on, but it's really not you. It's really my own insecurities. I think another nigga gonna come in here and take you.
And you'll be okay with that. Yeah, that's beautiful to say something
I love when men are honest. And men, we barely honest. Right. So, but I love when a man is self-aware. That's what turns me on. That's how you can get my attention.
Okay, so now they got your attention.
Yes, you got it.
And they take you on a date.
Ooh.
What's the best date you've ever been on?
Ooh, I think the best date I've ever been on, that sounded so, ooh.
Hopefully it ended with a ooh.
It did, yeah. I almost a little ooh though, the next day it did. The best date was so simple. I am an advocate for a plan. I love plans. I think plans are sexy. If you ask me out, I don't want to plan my own date. I don't. So what you like to eat? What you like to do? Where you want to go? Sir, I don't, I can do that I can take myself all these places. You asked me, so you figure it out. And I'm not hard to, again, I'm on the internet. Even if you're not on the Instagram, I'm on the Instagram. Do a couple of these. Scroll a little bit. You can figure it out.
Make it your job.
Seriously, if I'm serious about something, I stalk it. I research it every day. I check on it every morning. Check back in the evening.
So you like a little stalker. You want somebody to be crazy.
Absolutely. I want you to know me. And because I'm so public on the internet, I make it so easy. I have a podcast. I'm on 5 different platforms. Everything is public. Go on Twitter and see what the last 10 tweets I tweeted about. And then if I was talking about a book, guess what? Take me to the library and we go get that book. Or take me to Barnes & Nobles and we go get that book. Like, that's what I like. I like niggas that really, really treat dating like it's a job. Like,
are you listening?
Seriously.
You taking notes right now? Because she dropping it, okay?
I'm just saying. So my perfect date was this guy, my ex. He said, first date, he's like, I noticed on Instagram you wear a lot of heels. He was like, so I want to take you to dinner, but I need you to bring some comfortable shoes. And I said, okay. I said, now what kind of comfortable shoes? Now give me, because tell me what I'm doing. You talking about a work flat? You talking about a tennis shoe? Like a sandal? Like, what are we talking about? He's like some J's, some Vans, some Chucks, like a tennis shoe. Bet, got you. I can do that. So he comes and picks me up. He lives in Virginia. He lives in Woodbridge, Virginia. Hey, John. Lives in Woodbridge, Virginia. Came to Silver Spring, Maryland. Picked me up. We went back to Woodbridge. Went to one of his favorite restaurants. I don't like seafood for real, but there were options there that I didn't mind. And so we had that, had all the shots, drive back to Silver Spring to go to the, what's the concert? What's the venue? The Fillmore. The Fillmore. So we go back to and I work across the street from the Fillmore. TV1 is right there, right? So he was like, hey, I'm gonna park in this garage. He was like, let's go ahead and change shoes. And I was like, well, what we doing? It's nighttime. I don't know. I'm like, I'm just changing shoes. And he was like, yeah. He said, just put your shoes on. Take my little hat, and I had on some Socates, some Christian Louboutin Socates. So if this man would have had me in them 5-inch heels, I would have been pissed the rest of the night. So I changed my shoes. We get out and we're walking. He's like, you know this area? I'm like, yeah, I work right there. I was like, where are we going? I was like, the Fillmore? He's like, yeah, we're going to go see Nipsey Hussle. Have you ever heard of Nipsey Hussle? So it's 2017. And I was like, all I know is that he's Lauren London's baby daddy. I don't know anything else about him. And he was like, okay, cool. So we're going to go see him. I said, cool. Girl, we went to see Nipsey Hussle and I had on some Chucks and it was so fun. Like and again, very, very simple, but he asked me to bring shoes. Mm-hmm. That's what did it for me. And I'm just like, he said, I see you on Instagram and all you wear is heels. That was so simple. Yeah. You thought of me. You considered me. That's all I want, is just to be considered. And we stayed and it wasn't packed because back, on the East Coast, Nipsey wasn't huge back then. So it was mad walking room. And so we were just there laughing in the back, drinking, taking shots, watching Nipsey. And it was such a beautiful night. I love that. So simple, and only because he considered me. I was like, sir, because people do not truly consider you not everybody.
No, really. And I think that's how you know when someone cares. And that's how you know with dating. Like, people have a question like, are they interested? You'll know. Like, do you think that people should ask, like, what are we or what's going on? Don't you know? Or is it ever safe to say, or what are your intentions? Or what are you looking for? Is it a thing that you should be like,
yes,
what I'm looking for is what I'm in right now if I'm rocking with you?
Not necessarily. Because do
you think that some people, it scares people? Because, okay.
Absolutely.
So
but again, I don't want to be with you if it scares you. I'm okay. If it makes you fearful, if it makes you uncomfortable, that's okay.
Do you feel like
thrive
it adds pressure on it?
No.
Because if we're hanging out and we're chilling and we're relaxing, why do you have to ask me?
Because I want to make sure that you're being intentional with my time. That's all it is.
I like that.
Just being,
I was talking to somebody and I asked them and I said, hey, well, what are your intentions? What are you looking for? Whoa, I'm not ready for anything. It's like, I'm not. And I'm thinking, I was like, well, maybe I wasn't in the moment. And I'm just trying to figure out because
and even that,
you're doing
I would be turned off. Like, I don't, whoa, what do you mean? I'm just asking a question, my nigga. Calm down. Right. Because it's not, I'm literally just asking because if your intention is to get married tomorrow, mine isn't. That's true. That's the honest to goodness truth. It's not, I don't want to get married tomorrow.
That's what I said. It's like ain't nobody saying they jumping in a relationship. I'm just trying to figure out where your brain at.
Yeah, it's
just you're taking up a lot of my time.
Especially
and you're investing in telling people what the hell is going on.
Okay, that's a different layer. Yeah, no. Especially because we spend time with each other. So I think it's so important. It's so important to just first conversation if you need to. Second conversation. Yo, what you want? Like, hey, I know you asked me out. Excuse me. I know you asked me out. You want to have sex? You want to date and have sex? You want to be friends with benefits? You want to be my man, probably, maybe?
What's the difference of dating and have sex and friends with benefits?
Child, I don't know. Okay. People just be like, well, it's not really this, but it's this.
Let me be clear.
Child, I have no idea. But people will put some stuff and attach some things. And it's like, but I thought we were this. I think it is incredibly important to be honest up front. You don't have to have it on the first conversation. But I do think if you are spending time with someone, consistent time, whether that's on the phone, an email, fly in, picking up, going over there, he coming over your house. If we invest in time and energy, my nigga, we can talk. And it shouldn't be a crazy, like, what do you mean? What's happening? Why would you ask that? That's too much. Like, let's grow up.
Right.
We're spending time.
We don't ask questions. We
don't get time back. Right. It's the one thing we don't ever get back.
Hey.
So if I'm going to spend it with you, I'm spending 3 days out of the week with you, my nigga, then yeah, I want to know. And any answer is okay.
Yeah.
Anyone you want to give me is okay.
That shows like the level of comfortability they have with themselves and self-awareness. It's like, what is it?
Yeah, it's okay. Because at the moment that I don't like the answer and I'm like, I really was only wanting this. And I also think that we always think that men always get weirded out. Women get weirded out too. And it's like, girl, I want everybody just to be honest. Honest. That's what makes dating fun when you're honest.
But this has to be a level of vulnerability.
For sure. And
so
we're not
let's see. You've been talking about dating. You've been dating, but how honest do you feel that you're showing up with dating? And what I mean by that is because I was checking out your episode, Somebody.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the episode like that?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
That's my favorite episode.
And that's why I was like, I know we've been talking for a minute, but I mean, Krystal, you got so much juice.
Yeah. No, I'm here. It's my favorite
interesting.
episode.
It's like you're
it's
talking about dating. Yeah, and that's where I feel like you say like talk about dating. You said like before, jump in a relationship. So as far as like connecting with a man has nothing that you have not done. But you said every man in your life growing up has loved you. Yeah. Every man in my life growing up that I loved has left me.
Yeah.
So what is it like dating a fatherless daughter?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard as fuck.
I always wonder like how that's going to affect, whether if I decide if I end up with a man or if I end up with a woman, because I feel like it's still that kind of connection that I don't know. Because I don't know what I would to expect. And I guess for me growing up without a father, I didn't know the place that a father was to take or a man to take in the household. And so that I feel gets in the way of overcompensating. So that's what I'm saying with making room of allowing a man to have a place.
It's been difficult.
Have to have a place. So
controlling.
I know. Yeah. Oh my God. We're talking so much. Chris, I guess you gotta come back sometime. We gotta talk some other stuff.
Come back whenever you want to. I'm fine. This was a beautiful, beautiful conversation. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Seriously.
Thank you so much for listening in. If you would like to be on the show, if you have somebody that you want to recommend to be on the show, go ahead and email us, VitaminD@DawnDaiSpeaks.com, okay? Also, I have Vitamin D advice letters. So you can write in if you want some advice on love, relationship, work, purpose, anything that is concerning you. And I'm going to give you my insight on it. And I want to be clear, I'm all about inspiring. I'm all about positivity, telling you something to make you feel good. But vitamin D is about shedding the light. And that's on the good and the bad. So I'm going to keep it real with you because you know what I say. If you want to be better and you want to do better, you got to be able to see better. So just know what you're getting when you're coming in. Vitamin D at Dawn Dai Speaks. But I'd love to share my insight with you, okay? Also, you know this is my dream. You know that I've risked everything on this. You know we started from underneath the sheets in New York City. And now we in Studio E in Sherman Oaks, California. Vitamin D. I need you to tell somebody else to subscribe to Vitamin D with Dawn Dai and let them know that we're available on all of the platforms, wherever you get your favorite podcast, okay? Help my dream. I plan to be here for a long time. You got a lot you're going to learn about me, okay? We got a lot we're actually going to learn together. So let's start now, right? If you'd like to get more content on the show, I want to encourage you to follow us on social media. VitaminDDawnDai, everywhere. So you get clips from the interviews, some insights. We got quotes, we got pictures, we got a morning motivation, inspiration, stuff like all good things. Just shedding light. VitaminDDawnDai. And then if you want the real D, hey, I want you to follow me on all social media, Dawn Dai Speaks, okay? I can't wait to hear from you. Okay, well, I'm heading out of here. I want you to be amazing. I want you to be great. And I want you to get excited about your life. You know, I say I'm in the business of making dreams come true. And I damn sure ain't gonna forget about mine. So until next time, always remember, you are your greatest asset.
Get your vitamin D right here with me and get excited